Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to talk about vintage bags, luxury vintage bags, and also Coach bags. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to talk about vintage bags versus new in boutique bags. I'm going to talk about the price differences and why recently I find myself more and more attracted to vintage bags. I also want to share with you my collection. Well, there's 2 bags in my collection, so if it's over 1, it's a collection. And I do plan on adding to my vintage bag collection, and I will talk to you about the reasoning behind that. So if you want to hear what I have to say, and if you want to see my 2 vintage bags in my collection, stick around. So a couple videos ago, I did a video about how I felt our luxury community is changing and has changed over the years. I've been here about 6 years and I've seen a lot of changes. The biggest change, I think, is the contemporary bags are coming right up there with the luxury bags these days. And because the luxury bags prices are so out of control and they just continue to go up, and the quality goes down, down. We've talked about this before. I think that's a big part of why so many influencers and YouTubers are switching over to contemporary bags. Well, I love contemporary bags, several brands, especially Coach, okay? So Coach is my all-time favorite, but Louis Vuitton has my heart and always will. Well, I know that I cannot continue to buy bags the way I did in the past, and I don't. But I will always buy luxury. If there's that bag that just speaks to me, if I think, oh my gosh, that is the most beautiful bag ever and I really have to have that in my collection, I will get that bag. But for the most part, I think that we need to make better choices because, you know, buying these expensive, well, you might as well say $3,000 plus bags can be very detrimental. It really can. It can be detrimental in a lot of ways. And I also feel like sometimes we just get ourselves where we think it's normal. Is it normal to buy $3,500 bags anywhere? Let's say $2,500 to $3,500 bags on a regular basis. Is that normal? No, it is not normal. But I think that we get so, you know, used to paying these prices that we almost try to normalize it. It is not normal, guys. It is not normal. Now, I buy what I can afford. I do buy luxury and I like to buy it new in boutique. I love the experience. Dawn and I were talking about this actually the other day, and she said that the experience really didn't matter to her that much, but I pointed out to Dawn, I said, it does to me because, number one, I don't live a hop, skip, and a jump from Manhattan like she does. I mean, she does have to take the train, and it takes a little while to get there, but she has spent a lot of years, you know, shopping luxury, and she's always had it pretty much at her fingertips. I haven't. I live in a rural town in Alabama, and the closest Louis Vuitton, I would say, is about an hour and a half away, and it's not even really a Louis Vuitton store. It's a Saks Fifth, so there's like a little Louis Vuitton store in there. So if I want to do luxury shopping, I told Dawn, I have to go all the way to Atlanta. We have to make a weekend trip out of it, and usually, you know, find other things to do. It's not just a little, you know, oh, I just went in there at Louis Vuitton or Gucci or Chanel just to look around and browse. I don't have that luxury. I do have the luxury of traveling, and we do like to travel. So when I travel, I do try to, you know, do a little bit of shopping, but it's not at my fingertips the way it always has been for Dawn and a lot of other people. And then there's a lot of people in my boat who just doesn't get the opportunity to see these bags, you know, as often. And so ever since I've been getting luxury bags for about the last 20 years, the prices have just soared, especially after the pandemic. We've talked about all that so many times, but you know, you guys, there are still beautiful pre-loved bags, pre-owned bags out there to be found, and I've got a couple of really good examples here for you. My first one that I wanted to share with you, and it's the first one that I got, I have this vintage ellipse bag, the PM size. I've always liked this bag, and when I was young and this bag, you know, was popular. Of course, back then I was raising children. There was no way. I was, you know, in my early 20s with 2 babies, and there was no way I could ever have splurged, nor would I have even thought about it. But I always loved this bag. I always loved the style of it, and this is definitely a vintage version of the Ellipse. It's the Ellipse PM. It has beautiful honey patina on it. I love this bag. I got this from Fashion File, and I don't remember what I paid for it, but I promise you guys it was way under the retail price of what it was years ago. And also, do you remember they came out with a new Ellipse bag? The difference between the new Ellipse bag that Louis Vuitton had put out, this part had a zipper and you could unzip it and have a pocket here. Well, I remember several years ago when I saw the new one, it made me think of the vintage one. So I knew that I did not want to pay $2,500 plus for the new in-store style. So I started looking around and I found this one. Now this one did say that it shows some wear, but you guys, it is a vintage bag, but this bag is great. Look at it. Look at the bottom of it. Everything about this bag to me is perfect. I absolutely love it, and I loved when I got it. I just love the look of the patina, the honey patina that is on this bag. I think I paid around $700 for this bag, whereas the new one in boutique was about over $2,500. So, you know, think about that, you guys. When you see a bag, especially Louis Vuitton, they're always coming back with older styles and a new version. So I finally got my Ellipse bag and I love it. I think I love it even more because it is vintage and very exciting. I wonder about the history of this bag. Somebody once owned it and they took really good care of it. The zipper is still very, very buttery because Louis Vuitton is known for their buttery zippers. And then now you're gonna see some fuzz and things like that down in this bag, but look at it. Look at it. It still looks really good on the inside. And I remember when I got this bag, I was just ecstatic. And I've been interested in vintage bags for a while now. And I think really lately, when I've been looking at the Louis Vuitton website, I'm like, these prices are killing me. So why not? If you're looking for a bag, especially in Louis Vuitton, because that's the one I know about more and that's what's always on my brain, the vintage bags, you can find, in many cases, like in this case, almost the same bag for so much less. So I went on the Louis Vuitton website and found the Ellipse PM. And the Ellipse PM is $2,560. $2,560. Of course, it's brand new, but this one, I'm pretty sure I paid around $700 for it. It's basically the same bag. It has been loved, and I love it even more. So I am so happy with that bag, and I just didn't want to go this route. I remember I looked at it, I really wanted it, and I do love the fact that on the new style they have added an exterior pocket. I really do love that, but hey, for the money that I saved and the price I paid for this bag, I can forego the pocket. So that is one. Actually, I have three because I was looking in the monitor. I have a Chanel vintage bag. So this also was bought pre-loved, and I love this. You know, when I first got it, I knew that it showed wear, and I normally try to look for excellent. But I went ahead and I got it, and you guys, it is great. It is great. It's got this exterior pocket. Most of the wear that this bag shows is kind of on the inside, and it really doesn't look bad at all. Doesn't look bad at all. I never use the zipper, but this part here, I had thought about sending it off to a spa and having it painted, and I had quite a few people say, Yota, don't do that because that really takes away from the originality of the bag, and I'm so happy that I kept it in its original state. So this is kind of a longer tote. This is a style that I have loved for many years, and I would love to have another bag like this and maybe the beige color. I can't think, is this Cambone? I think it's the Cambone collection. I'm not as familiar with Chanel, but I believe I'm right. And this bag is taller and not as wide, and I'd like to have the wider version, Cambone. That's right, because I just looked it up. But I love this bag. I love to use it. I love the way it feels, and it's a vibe, you guys. I think sometimes vintage bags are more of a vibe than a brand new bag. I really do, because I don't know, you search for them, you get something in your head and you look for it, and when you finally find the one, you're so happy with it. And this is a forever bag. All of my vintage bags are forever bags. It holds so much stuff, and I absolutely love this style. So maybe one day I will add the beige one, and I also love that pink and black version. I love the Cambone style bags. So this is another one that I got. And then I have one more that I bought, and it's my most recent. So I'll show you this one, and it's the Louis Vuitton Papillon. How do you say it? Papillon? I've used it quite a few times. I love it. So, and it also has that beautiful honey patina. Beautiful. It's the perfect size, perfect little, you know, over the arm carry or handheld. The zipper, of course, is buttery, like butter. And the inside is just that brown color. I would also love to have this very bag in a bean. I've looked at it. I could have gotten it several times. I found several of them, but I have other bags in mind, vintage bags that I am thinking about getting. So I will never stop buying new bags because I love it. I love the experience. And like I said, when I go to buy a luxury bag, it's usually a big deal for me. And Keith, it's usually some kind of an anniversary or birthday gift, and he is not one that loves shopping, but he's very sweet to me when it's my special time, and he will just, you know, have the patience of a saint, believe it or not. Because, you know, or sometimes we have a Yota day. You know, I told you guys about that. Yota day? We haven't had any of those lately. But anyway, guys, when we do finally get to go to Atlanta, and I finally get to shop and go in the boutiques, it really is a big deal for me. But it's also a big deal when you are looking online and you try to find that perfect bag and you finally found it. You finally found it, find it. But I love these bags. So I need to break this one out and use it. All right, so just to add to the conversation, tell me how you feel about vintage bags, luxury or contemporary. Are you still willing to pay the price, the boutique prices for the brand new Louis Vuitton bags, Gucci bags, or do you prefer to search out vintage bags or older style bags? I think I like both, okay? I do love that new bag. I love to have a crisp bag that I just take out and it's just all mine. I do love that. But I also love bags like this because I think, who used to carry you? Because they took really good care of you. So I think it's kind of a mix of both for me. And as far as the luxury prices, I have said this so many times. I will not stop buying luxury, but I will tone it down and buy less. Okay, we have to. I mean, unless you're just, you know, a gazillionaire, who could keep it up? And is it normal? As I was saying earlier in the video, you know, if I came on here and unboxed a new, brand new luxury bag every week, I guess you'd think I had hit the lottery. Of course, if I ever do hit the lottery, there will be signs. There will be signs. But realistically, you know, people like you and me, and we're financially very secure. You know, all of our kids are grown. We're at that point in life where I can splurge, but I still love a good deal, and I'm really falling in love with vintage recently. All right, guys, so that's really all I have to say about the conversation. I just want to hear how you feel about vintage, how you feel about the new bags. Are you finished buying new in boutique bags, or are you like me? When you find a new bag, even if it's, you know, overpriced, you still have to have it because it speaks to you. I absolutely love both. I do love that in-store experience. I do love a fresh new bag, but I also love finding a deal and a super cool find like this, and like this. So I just want to know how you guys feel. I have been cruising the Louis Vuitton website lately. I'm not really seeing anything that just floors me, so that's good. That is good. But I will link down below Fashion File because that's my favorite place. You can also put it on layaway for like 60 days. So they have it like a payment plan. So I will link Fashion File down below and maybe try to find a few really cool vintage bags to share with you guys. But I just want to know how you guys feel. Are you going to keep paying the prices, or are you moving over to contemporary, or are you moving over to vintage? Just let me know what you're doing, because I think that for me, it's just 50-50. But I'm glad that I have that option. I'm glad that there's so many beautiful vintage bags out there. And yeah, so, all right, before I finish this video, I do want to share with you my bag of the weekend. So Keith's been out of town, and I'm carrying my Palm Spring PM backpack that I absolutely adore, and I love this charm on it. I usually put it over to the side, kind of like that. I just think that looks so cute. Cute. I have been craving a new Louis Vuitton bag charm, and I found one that I was gonna get. Went on the site, can't find it anymore, and it's silver, because they are starting to add more silver hardware to some of their new bags. But I love this bag, you guys. It's so comfortable. So much stuff. I've actually been with my cousin today, and we went to her little grandson's birthday party at a jump house. Yeah, kitty hell. No, it was a lot of fun. But I love bags like this on casual days like today. So anyway, guys, I do want to know how you feel about it. How do you feel about buying vintage versus new? That's the question of the day. Just curious, and that's really all I have for you guys today. I will have an unboxing coming up really soon. I know I said I was breaking up with Coach. I didn't say breaking up. I said taking a break. But then I found something. So I have to take that back, you guys, because I found something that I didn't expect to find. So we'll have an unboxing here in a couple days. What can I say, you guys? What can I say? I'm just obsessed with bags, okay? I'm a crazy bag lady. But that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you again in a couple of days. Peace.